Hello there guys, how's it going? Welcome to this video. In this video I will be reacting to my Scottish football predictions for the season 18-19. Now the Scottish season just finished under a week ago and I've had a wee look at my predictions. Safe to say it's not looking too good, but let's have a wee review of my predictions. A few disclaimers: I'm a Livingston FC fan in case it's the first time you've ever seen my channel. That had no influence on any of my decisions. In fact, I actually predicted us lower than we did finish. I'm not very good at predicting, so if I predicted your team a lot lower than they actually finished, I am sorry, but at least you can take the satisfaction that I was wrong. Now, for reference in the video, on this side of the screen you will see my predictions, and on that side of the screen you'll see the actual tables. Anyway guys, let's get into this and see how bad I actually am at predicting. So, for the Ladbrokes Premiership, I predicted Celtic to do 8 in a row, and let's be honest, none of us are surprised at this. Yes, Hearts had that really good start, but for me, 8 in a row was never in doubt this season. I just felt Celtic were going to do well. As for next season, I'll make my predictions later, but I think it will be a much tighter title race next season. As for second, I had Hibernian to come second. In reality, it was Glasgow Rangers. I don't know what it was, but when I made this video, I just seemed that Hibs were going to do well. I thought Hibs were going to have a brilliant season. And they played really well in the latter half of the season, but they just didn't quite start how I expected. As for third place, I had Rangers. If it wasn't going to be Rangers second, I thought they'd be third. In reality, it was Kilmarnock. I actually didn't put Kilmarnock that high when it comes to that prediction, but fair play to Kilmarnock, they've done really well. Another one I did get right is I had Aberdeen fourth. Aberdeen did come fourth. That's one of the ones. Aberdeen are always milling about third and fourth, so I was quite lucky to get that one. It was quite an easy thing. For fifth place, I had Hearts and Midlothian. In reality, it was Hibs. Like I said, Hibs didn't have the start I expected, but them coming fifth was quite good considering where they were in January. As for sixth, in reality, it was Hearts and Midlothian. I had Motherwell. Similar to Hibs, Motherwell didn't start that well in the league, but they played a lot better in the second half, so that's why Motherwell finished decent in the table, but I was honestly expecting them to come top 6 this season. As for 7th, I had Kilmarnock. I don't know what I was thinking with that, but Kilmarnock, I just felt they were going to slip away, but Steve Clarke done tremendous, and let's hope he can do tremendous when Scotland gets to Euros. In reality, St Johnstone occupied 7th. My prediction for 8th was St Johnstone. At the end of the day, St Johnstone are a team that mill about 7th, 8th, 9th, so you were going to guess one of them, so I'm not too disappointed with that. In reality, Motherwell came 8th. This is where it gets controversial. 9th, I had St Mirren. I thought out the two new boys, Livingston, St Mirren, I thought St Mirren were going to do slightly better than us, but it wasn't meant to be. In fact, in reality, it was Livingston that came 9th. As for 10th, I predicted Livingston. I did think we'd stay up, but I just didn't think we'd come 9th. In reality, Hamilton Accy stayed up for another season. It is unbelievable how many seasons Hamilton have stayed up, and fair play to them, they deserve their 6 years in the Premiership. 11th place, I predicted Dundee. In reality, it was St Mirren. I thought Dundee, St Mirren, you're always expecting them to be in that bit of the world. As for 12th, I actually did predict Hamilton to come 12th. In reality, it was Dundee. So, the Scottish Premiership, I wasn't too good at predicting them, but like, what did you really expect? Let's be honest. And as for the Scottish Championship, I predicted Ross County to win it. Ross County did end up winning it, so that is another one right. As for second place, I had Dunfermline. In reality, Dundee United occupied the second spot. Third place, I predicted Inverness Caledonian Thistle. It was Inverness Caledonian Thistle, so that's another one right. Fourth place, I predicted Partick Thistle. Thought they would do well after coming down in the playoffs. It was actually Ayr United, and fair play Ayr, they had a brilliant season. Fifth place, I predicted Queen of the South. In reality, it was Greenock Morton. Sixth place, I predicted Dundee United. I felt they were going to have a nightmare of a season, but no, they done better than I expected, so fair play. In reality, it was Partick. 7th place, I predicted Greenock Morton. It was actually Dunfermline that came 7th, which, considering where they were, that was a bit of a downfall they had towards the end of the season. 8th place, I predicted Ayr United. It was Alloa Athletic. Now, Alloa Athletic are a tricky wee team to play against, and they've done really well, and I'm glad to see they stayed up this season. 9th place, I predicted Falkirk. I thought Falkirk were going to have a nightmare of a season, but I did think they would get relegation playoffs. In reality, it was Queen of the South. As for 10th, I did predict Alloa. I know I said I'm glad to see them stay up, but I thought they would go down this year, but they didn't, so fair play to them, and it was actually Falkirk that got relegated from the Championship. As for Scottish League 1, I predicted Dumbarton would win it. In reality, it was Arbroath to win it. Fair play to Arbroath. I actually did predict Arbroath to come second. It was actually Forfar. Now, Forfar's probably the one that I underestimated the most this season. As for third place, I predicted Raith. In reality, it was Raith, so well done me, another one right. Fourth place, I predicted Montrose. It was actually Montrose. Another good one for me. Fifth place, I predicted Brechin City. I do feel sorry for Brechin, considering the season they had in the Championship. Unfortunately, it wasn't their year this year, but it was Airdrie that came 5th. 6th place, I predicted Airdrie. It was actually Dumbarton that came there. 7th place, East Fife. That's another one correct. Quite happy with that. 8th place, I predicted Stenhousemuir. It was actually Stranraer. 9th place, Forfar Athletic. Like I said, I gave the Angus side no hope whatsoever, but fair play to them. They didn't come second bottom, they came second. In reality, it was Stenhousemuir that came 9th. And I predicted Stranraer to go down. It was actually Brechin City, so not a good one for Brechin City, but I hope they do bounce back in League 2. They genuinely do deserve some bit of luck after the last 2 seasons. As for Scottish League 2, I predicted Clyde to win it and Peterhead to come second. In reality, that was flipped, but if it wasn't for the 6-point deduction that Clyde got, then Clyde would never have lost that league. And I do feel that 6-point deduction was a harsh punishment, but that's something for a different video. As for 3rd place, I predicted Annan. It was Edinburgh City. Edinburgh City had a huge season for them. Congratulations to Edinburgh City. What a season. Elgin came, I predicted them to come 4th. It was actually Annan that came 4th. So, fair play to Annan. Unlucky not to go up. Genuinely unlucky not to go up. I thought they were actually going to sneak something against Clyde, but fair play to them. Albion Rovers, I had them to come 5th. It was actually Stirling Albion. Did I get a mark for Albion? No, I don't. 6th place, I predicted Berwick Rangers. Berwick did get relegated to the Lowland League, and I do not know why I thought they would come 6th. But again, the 6-point deduction Clyde got, it was Albion and Queen's Park that got the 3 points. That probably didn't help Berwick, but yeah, Berwick went down. It was actually Cowden that came 6th. 7th place, Queen's Park. I actually got that right. I'm very good at predicting 7th, I've realised. I had Stirling Albion to come 8th. It was Elgin City to come 8th. Edinburgh City, another one that I underestimated hugely, had them to come 9th. It was actually Albion that came 9th. And I had Cowden Beef, who normally come 10th in that league, to come 10th. But this year, it was Berwick that came 10th. And by the way, fair play to Cowden Beef for coming 6th. Huge position for you. As for the Cups, you're going to actually listen to this and say, you must be a Hibs fan. But I'm not a Hibs fan. I'm a Livingston fan. It's just, I felt Hibs were going to have a good season. I predicted Hibs to win the Betfred Cup. In reality, it was Glasgow Celtic that lifted it, along with their treble. As for the Scottish Cup, I did have Celtic, so that's another point for me. This is where it gets interesting. The Iron Brew Cup, I predicted Sutton United. Yep. That's just when you rip it up. I predicted a team like Sutton United to win the Iron Brew Cup. In reality, it was Ross County, so fair play to Ross County. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I will wait a few weeks before making my new prediction videos to see what players come in and out of each club. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And by the way, before you leave, I got 9 out of a possible 45 right. That shows you my prediction skills. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.